Yeah, it was obviously a little bit frustrated, disappointing not to be in the original 23, but the manager was very honest and straight up with me. He said, would you come and join up and be on standby and play a part of the Norway game, and obviously if anything does happen, you're in for a shout of obviously going to the Euros. So as it is, I got to play 90 minutes for my country, which was fantastic, and a few days later I managed to make the 23.
I mean, it's a midfield player that got injured, and yet the defender has been brought in. It suggests your performance on Saturday may well have actually tipped the balance in your favour.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I wasn't trying to think too far ahead. It was just nice to get, a start for my country, and obviously with Gaz going, I'm sure Jonah can play midfield if he needs to, and it's always going to be a lottery of which person the manager chose. But if you look at sort of two for every position, I think we were one defender light and sort of an extra midfielder in there anyway. So, thankfully for me, I got the nod.
And your partnership with Jolyon Lescott, I know he's a former Everton player, so you obviously know each other well. But I mean, it's a couple of times now you've played in key games and it's worked well with a clean sheet. I'm thinking of the Spain game as well as the one on Saturday against Norway. Yeah,
definitely. Me and Joel have known each other for about 10 years now, back to obviously youth level at England. He's a day older than me, not that makes any difference, but obviously similar age. We've played together a lot, obviously at Everton. He got himself a fantastic move to Man City, and has won a Premier League medal this season. So no, his career's gone on to fantastic things, and I think I've done okay for myself, and it's always nice to have a familiar face next to you, especially international football, because obviously the standard's so high, and I think that's 3 games me and Joel have played, and we've had 3 wins. So if you look at it from that point of view, he'll just be as happy as I am, obviously, with the results we've had.
You also played, of course, against France in that friendly back in November 2010. I mean, that was quite a tough night for the players, but how helpful might that now be as we look ahead to the Euros?
Yeah, definitely, I'm sure. Their squad will be quite similar to what it was back then, and ours, isn't too different. But, it's going to be a slightly different atmosphere and a different sort of onus on the game. Obviously, it's a tournament game now rather than a friendly. The points, we'll need the points, to top the table and hopefully go through.
Does that become a must not lose rather than a must win game? The opening match like that in a tournament?
Yeah, I suppose so. If you look at that, obviously we'll be going out there to win the game. But I think if we take a draw and get 2 other good results and qualify top of the group, we'll take that just as much.
How much do you feel Everton's strong end to the season has helped push you through, and Leighton here, of course, into the squad?
Yeah, definitely. It's a frustrating time, Everton. We always seem to start the season quite slow and finish off one of the obviously fallen teams for sort of the second half of the season. But obviously helps. It breeds confidence that the lads are doing well. We kept quite a few clean sheets, and I'd have to ask the manager if that was the reason why I made the squad or not. But when you are playing well in a successful team, you're bound to play a lot better.
And do the Euros seem that much nearer now that the official squad's been announced, the numbers have been allocated?
Yeah, definitely. It was something I wasn't expecting. Number 18 SE I've got, I'm happy with that. Just got to survive the next few weeks, make sure I'm still fit and healthy come the start of the tournament, and hopefully try and get a little bit of game time.
What have you made of the new Roy Hodgson regime?
It's been good. We've obviously not had too long with it, but a 1-0 win, as a defender, that's a decent start. I'm sure we didn't play amazing, but we're still sort of getting used to the different tactics and the different roles maybe some of us will have to play. But we've got to look upwards, and we're going into the tournament, and hopefully we can do well with him obviously in charge.
What is the feeling in terms of what you might be able to achieve at the Euros? But I know in the past so much expectation has been put on an England team, and you do get a sense there's a bit more of a realistic feeling this time around. Is that going to be helpful, do you think?
I'm not too sure. I'm sure if we win a game we'll be favourites, and if we lose a game we'll be a waste of space. So it's a hard one to call. It would be better for the squad if there's a little bit less expectation on us. Hopefully we can go under the radar until the latter stages of the tournament and hopefully get further than we have. But I think if we're being realistic, we haven't won anything for a number of years now, and maybe that's because we don't deserve to. So hopefully this time round we can perform a little bit better and just see where it takes us.